From scenic train rides to whimsical balloon adventures, Six Flags Magic Mountain has a brand new, restored, and adorable Looney Tunes Land that you can now visit and come with us as we recount our trip to the first ever TMNT themed restaurant here in Santa Monica, California. So of course you realize this means podcast.
Are you ready, eager young space cadets?
Meep, meep.
I saw a pussy cat.
Here's the limit.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Hello and welcome to Of Course You Realize This Means podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan Graves, and with me today, it is a pleasure and honor to have on my wife, again, Sabina Graves, and she's here to talk about the reopening of Looney Tunes Land over at Six Flags Magic Mountain.
And pretty much our summer of going to the theme parks and experiencing beloved animated characters that we grew up with our 1-year-old.
Yes, we have had a slew of opportunities to check out a bunch of nostalgic characters, and I couldn't be more thrilled to introduce them to my child and also just re-experience them in adulthood, which has been really fun, including the brand new TMNT pizzeria that opened up in Santa Monica not too long ago. And we're going to get into all of that. But first, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Coyote vs. Acme because they started their PR tour. And I can't wait to see what that all entails. I know the interviews are starting soon. So keep it right here for all things Coyote vs. Acme. All right, theme parks. Let's go. So we went to Six Flags Magic Mountain on an invite, thank you from Six Flags, to check out Looney Tunes Land on June 6th. This was the soft open, and they had an all-new play or stage experience, and you got to see the characters. You saw Bugs Bunny, Sylvester the Cat, Porky Pig, and Daffy go on vacations to different tropical resorts, to Vegas, all over the world. And that was really fun. It was a wholly original story that they conceptualized over at Six Flags. And the voices provided, I believe, were that of Jeff Bergman for all the characters.
Now, what are the odds of a vacation like that, huh? A vacation like that. A vacation like that.
Really great to see that the legacy has not died for the voice actors either. They're getting brought back as well. So, Sabina, what was your standout as far as the land and the rides and the interactive experience there?
To me, the standout was definitely the ambiance that evokes you being in a classic animated cartoon, and how our Tiny Toon ran around at various moments, just like to the sound of the score, matching perfectly her little pitter patter to wanting to ride the carousel to heading over to the roller coaster. And that was fantastic.
Every time the Carl Stalling theme played for Merry-Go-Round broke down, she would dance. She would dance to it. And
she recognizes it.
Yeah, of course, because I played all the time. But like, I love that she would stop and dance. But yeah, otherwise she was like a Taz and like spinning around in circles and going everywhere. Um, but just like Taz, there was a Tasmania section, which was brand new. It was a small train ride around the little Looney campus there, and it had a storyline of where is Taz? He broke out and you have to find him. And the people running, I guess, like the zoo that were inside, are trying to capture him. And that was really fun. And
You got to see the traps and everything.
you got to see the Acme traps that they tried pulling on Taz and how he broke out of them. You know, the remains of what was left of them. So you had Taz-shaped holes and nets and broken mouse traps, which was a really fun callback to the Hippity Hopper, and also an Australian character. And so it was really great to see all of this within a storyline they created for the theme park space. And the train was running smoothly. We had no problem with the train. Everyone on it was fun.
Ellie had so much to take in. She was just astounded at looking at the different set pieces and looking for Taz because she knew that she had to look for him.
It was like an animated safari. And I feel like we don't have a whole lot of those as far as like within theme parks. I just think that was really cool and unique to that experience. I mean, it was like a miniature version of the tram tour over at Universal, but with just a centralized cartoon character.
Definitely.
So I really enjoyed that. And then at the end, I don't want to give it away entirely, but you do get to see a Taz model that is on model. It's really well done. And then there's another Taz that's outside of the tram that you get to take a photo with. A great photo op outside of this ride. And then you had fantastic 90s Taz artwork on these pillars around the ride as well. I just thought that was beautiful. And I know our daughter loved this ride and loved... I mean, I know she loved the ride because she didn't want to get off of it. But I know she loved the land because she loved running around all the Tazes. Yeah. I thought that was really cool too. Next we have Roadrunner Ridge. We're actually going from the back of the park toward the front. So Roadrunner Ridge was next. This line was absolutely nonstop. Like everybody wanted to go ride this. This was something that has been a staple of this specific area for many, many years, if not decades. And it still holds up. You have Wile E. Coyote trying to catch the Roadrunner while you're in a Acme rocket that's flying around all the action. And I thought it was just beautifully painted. They have a new Roadrunner sign out front. And I think that the statues look great. The Wile E. Coyote statues look great. You also have the Looney Tunes painted wall facade.
Oh, that wall facade was incredible.
We took some photos in front of that. I think just all around, this is the best ride there. And I can see why the line never ended. Like it was just constantly getting replenished with people. It was insane. They came out of nowhere and waited in this line just to ride this roller coaster.
Yes, and you know, it was fun to see the different gags just scattered throughout, and you know, there was just such attention to detail in that regard, even with the signage.
Yeah, so that brings us to the classic villains wanted posters, and those were fantastic. You had Block Jock Shalak and his, classic getup, and you had Cottontail Smith from Super Rabbit. You
Nasty Canasta.
Nasty Canasta from Bugs and Daffy Shorts. And Babyface Finster.
Yes.
And all of these were on wanted posters that you cannot take home with you, unfortunately, but you can take a photo next to. And I saw some of the kids just relishing in the fact that these deep cuts for them were posted on this building. And then you had obviously like
I mean, that's I don't know if I would say relishing the fact. I think it just spiked their curiosity because they might not be characters that they immediately recognized.
no, I saw one of them like
But,
recognize
oh.
them, and they were
They
like
were
super
raised
excited.
right.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like the kids that know them, like, are going to be surprised that they're there. And then you had a turn left at Albuquerque sign right outside of the
coaster.
the Roadrunner coaster, which was great. So then making our way around the theater, there's a Bugs Bunny play park. Now this wasn't fully done yet, which is interesting. But it was a wonderfully relaxing place to be because it was just green grass and planted flowers and plants.
There was shade and sitting areas, and if you're a parent, this is like prime real estate to just lay back and let your kids go and run around because it was so good.
Many kids loved running around that area.
They did, and it was delightful. I hear that they're going to add some sort of like kids play area within that sectioned off part of the land. I hope it doesn't take up too much room because it's such a really good spot to just, feel cozy and just surrounded by such incredible animated ambiance.
What is being teased is that it is called Wise Acres, which I think we didn't mention yet, which I love that name. And it's thematically a free play and exploration zone with crawling tunnels, a tree structure to climb, and more. Teasing probably a slide, maybe some swings, more ambiance rides for younger kids.
Yeah.
And adults, maybe. I want to swing. But, we'll see how that all entails when it is completely finished. And we'll go back and report on it as soon as it's available to check out. So in front of the theater, we have these carrot pillars, and it says the Bugs Bunny Bowl Amphitheater. And you have a classic 60s Bugs Bunny design from the Bugs Bunny show wearing the yellow top hat and yellow jacket, smoker's jacket. Like, they really brought back Bugs Bunny to this land. And I'm a little sad because it replaced, Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam and some of these other classic characters. But I see that they're putting Bugs at the forefront to get kids excited about, the main Looney Man, if you will. The main Looney
Bunny Man.
The main Looney Bunny Man. As the nerd looks call him in Space Jam, Mr. Looney Tune. Because he is Mr. Looney Tune. He's the guy who's selling all the merch. And, people want Bugs Bunny everything. So they slapped him on all these rides. But I can see the appeal. And I like the design choice they made. It's very vibrant. It's very bright. They also have Tweety Bird and Sylvester out there as well, especially with Sylvester's Pounce and Bounce, which is a attraction where it's a 20-foot tower where Tweety causes chaos before riders bounce down in a wobbly, jiggly, giggly frenzy. And I think that's really fun for riders on the younger side. I was too big to sit. I was too big to sit
and Ellie
on it.
was too small.
And our daughter was too
I was
small.
not comfortable. She was tall enough for it, but I was like, I don't know if she should be doing this.
She was actually too small.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah. So she was too small. I was too big.
Oh.
So
okay.
it's anyone in between our two sizes can fit. Now, making our way to the other side of the Looney Tunes Land is the Daffy area called Camp Duck-a-Muck. Love that name. And it has a few rides where Daffy is front and center. One of which is just a little kid up and down boat ride. And that one we did not get on. It was very cramped. So I did not think that would be a really fun time for us, especially with Ellie being a bit more rambunctious in her current state. But we did get on the smaller roller coaster. So this is a starter coaster called Canyon Cruiser, and it did hurt my back, but our daughter loved it. And she loves things like this, roller coasters and rides and just high-speed stuff. She loves, being behind the wheel of
Yes, she does.
anything.
She's very adventurous, and it's startling to me because she is just a little over 1 year old, or actually more than halfway over 1 year.
She's
But
almost 2.
She's almost
She's
2,
a
and
month
she
away
is,
from being 2.
She is really tall. Yeah, so it's been interesting to see her theme park journey. She was born into it, just like she was born into the Looney Tunes fandom.
But she loves seeing the characters, and that was one of the highlights, was definitely getting the meet and greet moment after the show. She got to hang out with the characters for a second, and there will be meet and greet areas designated for Bugs and Sylvester, and hopefully in the future, Lola Bunny and Tweety Bird.
They were testing Lola Bunny earlier in the year.
I know.
So
I
hoping
hope they
that
bring her out,
Lola
because
comes
that
out.
would be great.
And more Tweety.
More Tweety. Yeah.
We didn't see Tweety this time.
Well, Tweety's not in the show.
Yeah.
But we did hear, and this is an exclusive, we did overhear from the creative team that the show is planning to change seasonally. So right now, while it's traveling for vacations during summer, I can't wait to see what they have in store for the fall and winter and stuff like that. So maybe Tweety will be a part of the show later on.
Definitely. They must.
That is Magic Mountain's new Looney Tunes Land. They also incorporated a new DC attraction with heroes and villains, where you can meet and greet the heroes and villains of the DCU, but they also have their own stage show. We had done a version of this earlier last year, and I think they just kind of revamped some things. It's right outside of the DC intro park to like the Wonder Woman area, and they had Superman and Joker running around.
Although I will say what was really cool is that it starts off as a parade near Looney Tunes Land. So you have all these kids sort of witnessing the superheroes arrive, and they like follow them over to the DC area. And that's so much fun.
I hope they keep that. I hope that is a consistent thing, because that'd be really cool for the kids to like go from one IP to the next.
Friends of the podcast, Stephanie Wing and Carl Wing, they were actually able to meet a Supergirl. So I think that's a fantastic tie-in for the Supergirl movie release.
Oh, perfect. Which is coming out tomorrow, if you're listening to this on the day it drops. And we've got to mention the signage at the beginning and end of this. There's a giant Looney Tunes Land logo, as well as a That's All Folks logo, which you can take photos in front of. And I love that. I love that they redesigned the entrance and exit of this land. It makes it have good bookends for your journey here. And we also have to address the statues. So the statues have been removed due to vandalism, but they were there upon the opening. They had Taz, Wile E. Coyote, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck. And Taz was already missing a whisker when I got there. So it just goes to show that we can't have nice things even in a Looney Tunes Land place. But I hope that they're restored and that they return soon.
DC heroes and Looney Tunes characters. What excited me the most about this is that we got to do it right before Father's Day, and seeing Jonathan and Ellie bond over the characters he loved the most growing up all summer, I think has been like the highlight for me.
And one of those characters being the Nintendo characters of Mario and Luigi and Peach and Yoshi and Rosalina. And you can see them over at Universal, which is something that we did around Father's Day. And it was such a delight to see our daughter light up for Peach and get a photo with her. And then the same thing for Mario and Luigi.
Mario.
And run up to them and hug them.
And talk to them.
And do the power-up pose with them. Yeah, it was really sweet. And she's unable to ride the rides at the moment over there. But she is definitely more than happy just running around and
I mean, it really
punching
blew
all
her.
the little like coin
It blew her
boxes.
mind because we had just gotten for her the Little People Nintendo set with the warp pipe and the characters.
Yeah.
So she definitely felt like she was shrunk
Into that
set.
She really loved
like when she
that
went through.
feeling.
She knew what to do as soon as she saw the warp pipe. She just ran through it.
Yeah. And then her mind was blown. You could see the shock on her face. And
Yeah.
she was like, oh my God, what is happening?
I'm in my toy.
And so, yeah, we were so thrilled that we were able to take her there and put these characters in front of her. We even did like the little runaround where you get chased by the piranha plant. I think that was fun too for her. And yeah, I just can't wait for her to be a little bit older and to be able to ride some of the rides and play some of the games.
Definitely. That's the only bummer is that the Hollywood version of Super Nintendo World didn't get the Yoshi ride because I think she would have been tall enough for that one.
Oh,
that one is
definitely.
currently
Only
at
at
Epic Universe and Super Nintendo World at Universal Osaka.
Would she be able to ride the Donkey Kong ride?
No, I don't think
okay.
so.
Because
No.
I love that ride over at Epic. I wish we got that here in Hollywood.
There's no room.
They
There's
can make
simply
room. They
no-
made room.
They
for
need to make room. They do.
made
They
room
make room
for
for more.
Fantastic or Furious, Fast and Furious roller coaster.
I mean, before Looney Tunes Land, I was like, oh, I guess maybe Universal's going to start getting more Warner Brothers stuff because of, obviously they have Wizarding World and they have Beetlejuice walking around. Like every time we go, we see Beetlejuice and it's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so what is, like, these characters, Warner Brothers, Universal, they're literally right across the street from each other in this area. I mean, I'm referring to the fact that Universal Studios is literally across the street from Warner Brothers Studios, not Six Flags. But it's still this idea of like, you grew up with the Nintendo characters, with the Looney Tune characters playing Looney Tunes games.
Yeah.
And how this is all somehow in our
Oddly,
child's DNA.
Scarily. Yeah. She's surrounded by it. One of the things that I want to mention right before we leave Mario is that a big congratulations to those behind the Super Mario Brothers movies because they just surpassed the Jurassic Park franchise.
Wow.
At the box office. Specifically Jurassic World Dominion, which now has been surpassed by Mario Galaxy. And I am so grateful because I thought Dominion was just a huge turd. It's awful. Unwatchable. So congrats to the Mario team for dethroning that abomination of a film.
That's incredible.
It's insane.
Yeah, our
Because
child
Jurassic
is,
Park has had 6 movies? Yeah. That's wild.
Our child has
Or
made
7
us
movies.
watch Galaxy so many times.
Yeah.
It's great though.
It is great.
It's so much fun.
I love the Galaxy movie.
It makes me less mad about how her princess era was not kicked off by Disney princesses, but instead Princess Peach, who literally dominates in all of her scenes with Toad.
Yes. I love her
The casino fight
Yeah.
sequence is so good.
Yeah.
And
Very Matrix inspired.
oh, for sure.
Bringing it back to Warner Brothers.
And it's amazing to see our kid just beam whenever she sees Peach be awesome and everything. And we're singing the Peaches song with her. She loves Rosalina. It's so cute. I love that she loves Rosalina because she identifies Rosalina with Mama.
Yeah. And the Lumas and the Toads.
Lumas and the
Yeah.
Toads and the Yoshis.
Yeah.
So
It's adorable.
it's so cool.
What else is cool is that I am introducing her to the TMNT, which is literally in my DNA and soon to be hers because the theme song just lives in my brain. And anytime I hear the ninja rap, I gotta dance.
Yes, definitely.
Which is what we were doing outside of the Santa Monica TMNT themed pizzeria in LA. And this is only the start of this soon to be global franchise of pizzerias themed to turtles. and I cannot wait for more people to try this pizza. It's so good. It is literally the closest thing we've ever had in California to New York pizza that we've tried, and we've tried those that went out of their way to say, oh no, we have the water, we have we have we have the ingredients. No, they lowered or raised, I don't know which one.
I mean, they tinkered the pH to match Manhattan,
the pH level of the water for the dough to match New York style pizza. Like, it is incredible. And also it has the folds, it has the string cheese. It is incredible.
And I love me some themed food. So we're not talking about frou-frou fancy pizza here with like basil leaves on top of it. It's like they'll take something like basil leaves, like blend it into olive oil and sprinkle it on a pizza to look like glowing ooze to trick children and also adults into eating something they maybe not would ordinarily eat, and showing them that it's delicious.
That is true. Ooze is literally a side item on the menu. You can get a side of ooze with your pizza. It is incredible. Now, I just want to preface this real quick by saying I understand the prices are kind of high for this, and it is a immersive experience that you are having as you enter the restaurant. You are getting to play the pinball machine. You are getting to play the arcade machine, the classic TMNT style arcade machine for free. Like these things are there.
It has like definite like old school Pizza Hut meets Chuck E. Cheese vibes, but not like, it's not a full arcade.
Yeah.
It just has those games. And
so we're
a wall
excited.
of merch display that feels like a prizes wall.
Yes.
But you have to pay. But at least you know you have to pay for the stuff ahead of time. You actually don't have to fight for your life trying to gain tickets to reach the certain price points.
Yeah.
But,
so we're excited for more people to try it and for word to spread on how good the food actually is. And if you just want to go there to get a slice, I think the slices run about $8.
Yeah, like $7 for
slice.
like cheese
Yeah.
slices, but that's regular theme park prices anyways.
Yeah. The one thing that I told our friend Jenny.
But it doesn't taste like cardboard like at a theme park, you know? It actually tastes delicious.
Yes. The one thing that I told Jenny Lorenzo, friend of the podcast, and friend of ours, who was there, was that the only thing this place was missing was a TV that was just showcasing the beginning of Secret of the Ooze, where everyone around New York is just eating pizza on a loop.
I mean, well, they did have that really cool wall display of TV, so maybe at one point like that'll loop through.
That would be cool.
I really liked that wall. I wish that wall was in the dining area, because you have to be standing over by the ordering window, which, by the way, the place where you pick up the pizza is the turtle van.
It is shaped like the turtle van. It is molded like the turtle van, and it is incredible. And also, when you enter, you get to see Shredder in this infinite mirror, which is really awesome. And each like separated mirror is another section of a printout of a cardboard cutout of Shredder. And I talked to the owner, and they're actually going to be replacing that as the restaurant grows and gets more popular.
You get to see different,
and they're going to have different characters be in
yeah.
that infinite mirror, which is incredible. I keep saying incredible, but it is incredible.
Yes.
I'm so excited. And then the backdrop where we have the turtles coming in, and that's the backdrop where you eat at a table. That will also be able to be replaced. And they're looking at different murals to put there. And I hope we get one where it's Shredder and Krang and the Technodrome, because then I would definitely want to go back and get some photos.
We do need to go back because we did not take Ellie to this. She was a little under the weather on this specific date that we were supposed to go together.
She loves pizza.
She loves pizza. And so we were able to take our friend Jenny. She subbed in for Ellie, who is also, like, Jenny is also a really big Turtles fanatic.
And pizza fan.
So it was incredible. It was
fantastic.
It was fantastic.
It was radical.
It was radical.
It was bodacious.
Dude. Cowabunga cheese. I loved the mutagen mushroom. pizza. That was my favorite one. It had like this delicious lemon cream, and I was like, give me more.
My favorite was the Rocksteady, which was a meat lovers. Like, it had Canadian bacon, it had sausage, it had pepperoni, it had melted cheese, and incredible sauce. Like, everything was just so tasty.
And they had such a really great old school soda fountain. We're not talking about no freestyle machine that makes all the syrups like make individual
Meld
flavors
together.
taste weird. This was like the Coke was fresh. Like it was bubbly and fizzy and delicious.
And last but not least, in bathrooms, you can go and take a photo in a turtle shell
Mirror.
Custom made. Wow.
Incredible. But also amazing is that they had children diaper changing stations, which if you're in LA and going around to like eat or do anything, these are very hard to come by.
They can be.
They can be.
But I was really glad to see
location,
one there. Yep.
Each bathroom had one.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
they're thinking about all the generations who love turtles: Gen X, Millennials, Gen Z,
and millennials and
Alpha.
older generations taking
Yeah.
their kids
yes,
to these things.
There's
'Cause they
people
know,
from
they know.
so many like it's multi-generational.
Yes. And also, in speaking with the owner, he suggested that they might be improving the upstairs area, which is currently a break room, into an events area if there's a demand for it. If the bottom layer, which is the main restaurant, gets enough attention and people start wanting to have birthdays there, like me, then I will, opt for maybe an upstairs event, and hopefully they'll accommodate. So we'll see if they incorporate that into the prices.
So I have to plan
and all this stuff.
a Super Nintendo party and a Ninja Turtles party this year, apparently.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
Our child decided, we've decided for her that we're going to do Super Nintendo for her birthday, but it draws from the fact that she is more interested in those characters than what we originally planned, which was supposed to be Bluey.
I wanted a Tui Bluey birthday, but I understand that she wants Mario.
Yeah, because she is obsessed with all the things. She's getting a dress, like a cosplay style Princess Peach dress.
Yeah.
And we bought the crown and gloves at Universal Studios to put it all together. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. Something else that we hope is great is the Universal Resort opening in Dallas, Texas in the coming weeks. It's a kids resort, but adults are allowed, thankfully. And so we're going to hopefully check that out in the coming months and report back on it. I am looking forward to the Puss in Boots area. I really enjoyed The Last Wish. I really like what they're doing with Shrek and those characters over at the Orlando space for DreamWorks. And I hope that they continue to expand upon that within this Dallas location.
And from what I've read and seen online, this isn't like a big theme park. It's definitely like a half day, mostly water park driven, just adventure for kids and their families.
Lots of splash pad
Lots
action.
of splash pad action. They have a whole SpongeBob area.
Wow.
They also have like a Jurassic area. Which
Ooh, yay.
Camp
Cretaceous?
Camp Cretaceous
Oh,
inspired.
nice. Is Bumpy there?
I hope Bumpy is there.
They should make a Bumpy slide.
Oh, that'd be so cute. It'd
So
be
Bumpy is a character from the Netflix series Camp Cretaceous. If
Animated?
you haven't watched it, it's animated. And
the best Jurassic Park story that has been put to a screen in a while.
Bumpy is a really great character. So I hope he shows up or she shows up.
Yes.
He or she.
He or she. They.
I'm pretty sure it's a she.
It's a she.
All
It's
the
a she.
dinosaurs
Although,
are
yes.
she's.
Why are we? We're parents and we have tired parent brain. What was your favorite ride to ride with Ellie at any of the things we've done with her?
Probably the Taz ride, because I got to show her. Well, first of all, going into the ride, she started saying Taz a few days earlier, and she calls all the Looney Tunes characters Taz,
Or BB.
unless they're Bugs Bunny, which I had trained her to call him BB. And I just find that really fun. And so going into the Taz ride, I was pointing and telling her where Taz was, where Taz had been, and one day I will show her Taz Quest for Burger, which is a daddy-daughter story, and for some reason it's unavailable. Warner Brothers, why aren't you releasing that anywhere on digital, on DVD? It doesn't make any sense. But anyways, she loved the Taz ride, and she was crying when it ended because she wanted to ride it again.
Yes, it was so cute.
So the Taz ride for sure. Followed swiftly by Secret Life of Pets, which I also got to ride with her. And she was just baffled by who these characters were. And she kept wondering where Snoopy was, because
There were just dogs
these
everywhere.
were just dogs and not Snoopy dogs. And she's never seen Secret Life of Pets, so she didn't know what was going on.
That is true. She does need to meet Snoopy, though, because she calls Snoopy Boydo, which we think means boy dog. So, I mean, she found a lot of boy dogs
I
there.
think it means Birdo, because Snoopy's snout is like Birdo's snout, and Birdo is the villain in Super Mario 2, and also makes a cameo appearance in Super Mario Galaxy. And when we watched Super Mario Galaxy, I pointed at Birdo and said, "Hey, that's Birdo." Right before she started calling Snoopy Boydo.
Yeah.
But boy dog makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we also need to take her to Knott's at some point this summer. They have a really cool, immersive, interactive, like camp adventure that you it's like a scavenger hunt with Snoopy and Woodstock, and I think she would love that.
So now that Cedar Point is the owner of Six Flags as well as Knott's, you can get a seasonal pass that includes both parks here in California, and I'm sure around the nation if there is a Knott's and a
Cedar
Six
Fair,
Flags
Cedar Fair,
or
and
Cedar
Six
Fair
Flags, yeah.
around. And they're doing a 250th America celebration at both parks starting tomorrow. And so who knows what that will entail other than insane red, white, and blue merchandise and maybe a Snoopy wearing red, white, and blue. But we'll see. And if there's a Bugs Bunny wearing a red, white, and blue jacket, I'll report on it.
Oh, yeah. If you want to look at any of the merchandise, it's actually on Jonathan's Instagram at This Means Podcast, and I'm referring to the merchandise from the visit at Looney Tunes Land.
Yes, we did a heavy photo dump from Six Flags on that day, and there will be more whenever we return, as well as what merchandise is also available over at Knott's. When we get to go there, we will also let you know if there's anything Six Flags related there as well.
Yes. It'll be so much fun. Summer
Can't
of theme
wait.
parks with Ellie and our nostalgic cartoon characters.
Summer of Nostalgia. So Sabina, where can people find you online?
People can find me online at Live Like the Movies. And I have bylines in theme park reporting and travel over at Parade, Scary Mommy, Nerdist, The Nerds of Color, and No Proscenium.
So find her articles over there and share them, and
Please click on all the Parade ones many, many times.
click on the Parade ones. And you can follow my work over at This Means Podcast, and soon to be on the Substack for This Means Podcast, where I'll write up all these podcasts and all the articles that I want to write about Looney Tunes and what's going on in the Looniverse, because we are coming upon a Lunaissance, as I keep calling it. It started with the day the Earth blew up, but no one is talking about it, so I'm talking about it. And
Because you need to see it.
and it will continue with Coyote versus Acme into Daffy season and beyond. So keep it right here for all things Looney Tunes and Warner Brothers Animation and family fun entertainment.
And as always, that ain't all, folks.